apparently Thomas Partey could be joining Barcelona, people. Smash the like button and let's get into all of this. Barcelona have opened talks with Thomas Partey's camp over a free transfer this summer. The Ghanaian's future at the Emirates is still up in the air. Apologies for that. But yeah, the main article was via the Sun. Barcelona in talks over free transfer swoop for Arsenal's Thomas Partey, who wants a deal that reflects his standing. Isn't he already on big money? I mean, 1 minute you're leaving, then you're staying, then you're going Saudi, then you're not. Now Barcelona have been thrown into the mix. Now I can't begrudge Partey if he wants to go to Barcelona. One, it's Barcelona. They've got an exciting project, Hansi Flick, all of that. Two, he obviously came from La Liga. He knows about living in Spain and the walk of life. I can't. And if you know, obviously the length of deal and the wages and all of that, if there is that, I can't begrudge him. Now, whether Barcelona have the financial muscle and want to do that for Thomas Partey is another thing. We were led to believe, led to be believed that he was very close to signing a new deal at Arsenal. Who knows? Who knows how this affects what we do in the summer? Because if Partey leaves, in addition to Zubimendi, you need more than just Zubimendi if Partey goes in midfield. Barcelona are lining up a sensational swoop for Arsenal midfield warrior Thomas Partey, and he won't cost them a penny. Every now and again, he is also linked with a Barcelona and Juventus, if I must say, people. So we have to see. The La Liga Giants reps have opened talks with the Ghanaian Hardman's camp over a free transfer this summer, with Partey's future at the Emirates still up in air, as is Zinchenko's, people, as you can see in picture. Thomas Partey, 31, is out of contract at the end of June, but is yet to agree a new deal with Arsenal, despite Mikel publicly confirming he would like to keep him. The complex and slow-moving nature of negotiations has encouraged clubs like Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, who are both looking to bolster their midfield muscle without breaking the bank. Sources close to the player have told Sun Sport, which I always find that funny when journalists say that, because I'm not doubting, well, I am doubting, but I'm not saying you're lying, but there's no way of verifying that. Sources have told, sources close to the player, there's no way we can verify that. It sounds credible, though. That Partey is seen as a cut price fix for Barcelona's engine room, with boss Hansi Flick a big admirer of the ex-Atletico Madrid star. The Ghana international, who joined the Gunners in 2020 for 45 million, has endured an injury-plagued spell in North London, but when fit, remains a dominant presence in midfield. He enjoyed a strong campaign, playing in 35 league games as Arsenal pushed Liverpool for the title. The push him for the title part ain't exactly true. The Sun understands the Ghanaian would ideally like to stay in North London, having built a strong relationship with Arteta. Partey also recently welcomed a new baby with his family settled in London. He would love the continuity. So the man wants to say good relationship with Mikel Arteta, clearly comfortable at the club, new family. The headline and what's being reported, it's becoming two very different things. However, he's looking for a deal that doesn't require him to take a significant pay cut, aware that this could be his final major contract, which is fair. If you're Arsenal, you do want to cut the wage bill and whatnot. He turns 32 this month and is seeking a deal that reflects his status as one of the club's most important players. Barcelona are still grappling with financial fair play restrictions, but they love the idea of securing a top-tier player on a free transfer. Beyond Barcelona, Partey has also attracted interest from Saudi clubs, but it is the Catalan Giants who have made the first serious move and are keeping the pressure on. One source close to the player told Sunsport, the sources, Thomas respects Arsenal and massively and loves living in London, but he also knows his worth and wants a deal that reflects his standing at the club. His potential exit would free up space in the midfield. We also know we're losing Jorginho as well. This has also said we're keen on signing Martin Zubimendi, and once again, for the millionth time, are set to trigger his 51 million release clause. Apparently, personal terms and relevant documents have already been signed and agreed, as well as a payment structure around the Spaniard's release clause, people. Apparently, Arsenal figures expect this deal to be completed swiftly. So we'll have to see, man. And this has gone on to say we could be looking at spending around 200 million quid. Talks have begun with Leipzig over the signing of Benjamin Šeško. As you know, Leipzig are not insisting on his 80 million euros release clause and are open to other payment structures. However, that option would then exceed the 80 million euros. And this has gone as far, I can't imagine it's secret anymore, but secret talks or secret meetings. Andrea Berta recently held a secret meeting with Leipzig as the Gunners intensify their pursuit of Benjamin Šeško. We're desperate for a new centre forward. We've been linked with Gyökeres time after time again. The 22-year-old is impressed since joining Leipzig in 2023. what, 18 months later, he could be set to move to the Prem. The Bundesliga giants, as we know, are willing to sanction his sale. Apparently, he'll be available for 82 million euros due to a variable release clause in his Leipzig contract. Berta held a secret meeting in London with Marcel Schaefer, his Leipzig counterpart, to discuss a deal for Šeško, and talks are ongoing as Arsenal look to finalise an agreement for the Slovenian superstar. He is reportedly keen to join a team capable fighting for domestic and European trophies, although he recently admitted that he wants his development as a player to be prioritised by his next club. It needs to, because just turned 22, all of that kind of stuff. And it's, don't get it twisted. Like, when you look at it, this is a lot of investment in a 22-year-old when you look at the fee and everything. So, yeah, they're going to have to. And I'm not a big fan of, he's going to be our striker for 10 years. I hope that's the case. But very, very rarely do you see that in football on a regular basis. But there's a lot of investment that has to go into him. So it has to work. And I mean, they've scouted him for the best part of a couple of years. Barcelona seem to be the theme of Arsenal targets today, by the way, people. And apparently Barcelona have joined Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester United in the race to sign Šeško. I think if we fast forward to the summer of 2026 and there was Šeško, Hugo Ekitike, Gyökeres, even Isaac at Newcastle, there might be a bit of credibility in it, because I think next season is when they'll look to replace Lewandowski. Beyond that, I don't know, people. Premier League teams could be attempting to hijack Barcelona's transfer for Garcia. Everywhere we read, it seems like he's moving ever closer to becoming Barcelona's goalie, people, and they want to have him and Szczesny and actually get to Stegen through the door, people. He's been linked with City, Man United, and Arsenal, and Newcastle. In truth, bit bored speaking about him. Apparently, Arsenal target Rodrygo has been handed a deadline to convince everyone he belongs at Real Madrid, as per report. We all know he signed for them in 2019. We all know the other attacking talents. There's been a lot of rumors. He's had a conversation with Xabi Alonso. He's waiting on a conversation with Xabi Alonso. The club want him to sign a new deal. The club want to sell him. Who knows? You'd imagine nothing's going to be decided in terms of a sell, if that is the case, until after, at the very earliest, the Club World Cup, people. Apparently, Madrid have told Rodrygo he must prove he can fit into Xabi Alonso's system at the upcoming Club World Cup, according to Spanish outlet Marca. The revamped 32-team tournament runs through mid-June to mid-July, meaning the Brazilian forward has around 7 weeks to get back to his best. I don't believe it, really. Come on, Xabi Alonso. If you've been announced as Madrid manager in the summer, you've been talking for a while. I mean, it's Madrid anyways. Things can change, but he probably knows what he's going to do with almost every player, including Rodrygo. Let's not be silly. Like, if he does want to sell him, he's probably already decided. If he does want to keep him, which I think is the case, he's already decided. We all know the money that's in the game at the Club World Cup, man. You stand to be able to make $125 million, which equates to just shy of £100 million with 92. If you win the Champions League, you win 120 million. So you can see the benefit. Surely PSG are in that. Not that they need it, but you get the point. Sky Sports Germany claimed Arsenal are in talks with the 24-year-old. Sky Germany breaking the news. Oh, really? Over a move, and that he is the top of their list of targets on the wing, although he has also been touted with a move to City, United, or Liverpool. Fair enough. And I do agree with this first line of what Arteta has said. If you want to win titles, you have to be the best in the market. Now, that was obviously not today, but you get the point. Food for thought. Fabrizio Romano has said Arsenal are one of the clubs interested in Brentford winger Mbeumo. Bring him, can play up front, can play off the right. I know people don't want to hear this, but no one could convince me he couldn't perform for us off that left-hand side. I don't think Arsenal are going to sign João Pedro, but nonetheless, apparently Brighton have slapped a 70 million asking price as Arsenal consider entering transfer race for the Brighton star. Does seem to have a bit of a nasty streak about him, which is why I think we're not going to go for him. To be fair, Man United went for Cunha. Newcastle, Liverpool, Aston Villa, as well as Arsenal are looking at the Brighton man / Brazilian international who has 10 goals in 27 games. 70 million, I understand it. You double up your money on the 35 you spent. I just can't see it, man. What do I know? Stranger things have happened in football, but can't see it. Barcelona apparently looking at Sane, who last week's been linked with us. Napoli are ready to battle it out with Arsenal to sign Victor Gyökeres. Rafa Leao is on the list of not just Arsenal, but Bayern Munich. Crystal Palace would like Eze to sign a new deal despite interest from Arsenal, Spurs, and Manchester City. How good would he be? Chelsea have been linked with Nico Williams. Like us, they're always linked with him. They're exploring the cost of a move for him now that they have qualified for the Champions League. You lot will be happy to know Arsenal will make no attempt to sign Raheem Sterling after his underwhelming loan spell at the club. I mean, it didn't work out for him, but they can never convince me to hate on Raheem Sterling and big him up because his son is signed for Arsenal. Who knows, in a couple of years, he might end up being the guy for us.